Leprechaun Pride LP LPGBQ LP Leprechaun Pride Pot of Gold LPPOG. That's my acronyms.
Hell yeah.
You want to know what mine is?
No.
EES, everything except shoes.
Everything except shoes. No shirt, that's fine. Service. Shoes, no service. I didn't get that joke. It's just stupid.
What the
Like that? Yeah, like
I-
everything except shoes.
Oh, that's the thing from the movie.
Yeah. What movie?
Freaked. 1993. It's my fucking sound sharing.
Does that mean Gene?
Just watch this little. I thought this commercial would be interesting for you guys to watch.
Some stores sell suits for only $99.90 because that's all they're worth.
Only $99.90. It looks it.
But during NBO's expensive-looking spring sale, you choose from traditional and designer suits only $99.90. Famous dress shirts and ties up to $5 each. Spring outerwear and cotton sweaters only $14.90 to $29.90. NBO's expensive-looking spring sale.
Where everything that looks and was much more is now up to 80% less.
Everything except shoes.
That was a real commercial.
Yeah, so that entire joke is just based on some obscure commercial Alex Winter and his buddies like watched in New York in like the late 80s.
This movie was good. I watched it. I told you I watched it 3 times. I'm not back to back to back. I was half paying every time I looked. Every time I was like watching, there's a whole new something that I missed.
Yeah, this movie, like, it's like every joke that they could make, they do. And I
Yeah.
appreciate that about that movie. This movie.
Right.
Adam likes a lot of jokes. He's
Hey, why
always
not?
complaining. He's always complaining. There needs to be more jokes in movies.
I am.
And you know, my number one complaint is always not enough nudity,
Yeah. So
just in general.
just in life, I hear you, man.
Not enough nudity.
Ricky Coogan, Brat Pack Sleazebag. Elijah C. Scuggs, Freak Show Tycoon, an amateur bioengineer.
I can look at a guy like Kevin Costner and see a giant peach grub.
When fate brought them together, Mr. Scuggs took an average Hollywood slime ball and made something out of him.
Oh, God! This was my good side!
20th Century Fox presents Freaked. It's about friendship,
I thought I told you to shut up!
loyalty,
I say we kill him!
life's big questions,
How many feminists does it take to screw in a light bulb? Oh!
show business,
The public does not want to see disgusting, depraved, violent filth.
And I suppose Jake and the Fat Man was just a fluke.
it's about state-of-the-art technology. It's about Mr. T's, the bearded lady.
I am woman. Now like me.
It's about Bobcat Goldthwait as a son.
It's the end of the world! The apocalypse!
It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry.
And it'll make a cold sore that you thought had healed up start bugging you again.
It's the kind of film Brooke Shields has always wanted to do.
Oh.
Introducing Larry Bud Melman as the President of the United States.
What's the matter? Afraid of a little rock stuff?
In Freaked, coming soon to theater. Freaked, but ugly, but funny.
Welcome to show business, morons!
This movie originally was going to be rated R. It was going to cost $100,000. It was going to be totally underground with the Butthole Surfers.
Can I guess what the total was? $15 million.
It was 12.
$12 million?
Fox greenlit this movie Freaked with the guy with Bill from Bill and Ted.
He was hot at this point, at this stage. There was a lot of
And-
heat on Bill.
The guy was like, yeah, that
Not
sounds
so
awesome.
much Ted.
A movie about freaks. So,
Dude.
well,
I
Ted's
wish
in the
Bill
movie.
was Neo.
Ted is it? You know, Ted's in the movie, right?
Really?
Alex Winter.
No, Keanu Reeves is
Oh,
in this movie.
No, he is not.
He was paid $1 million. He's in this movie. So this movie got a $12 million budget, and Fox was excited about the movie, but then the executive got fired. Then they brought a new executive, and he's like, what the fuck is this movie? This looks terrible. Like, fuck this. And then there was a bad test screening. And in the beginning of the movie, you see Brooke Shields interview Alex Winter's character, and then he tells the story of his adventure. The moment Brooke Shields came on, as they described it, like a Vato teenage gangbanger kid stood up and just yelled, "Shut up, bitch!"
And they listened to that audience.
They said
that's Reddit.
It didn't have a good test screening, so they just dumped it. It played in 2 theaters in America.
And then Italy, I saw. They played it in Italy once.
Did you Wikipedia this movie, Ryan?
It popped up. I looked for the cover to make sure I was watching, because we were watching it on a different streaming service. So I just wanted to make sure it was the right one. And I saw
Gotcha.
that it played in 3 different. Well, I read the cast and I was like, that's sick. It was a good cast.
Hell of a cast.
Mr.
Randy
T.
Quaid. Mr.
We got
T,
Dennis.
yeah.
We got Dennis Quaid, Randy Quaid,
Jack Quaid.
Squidward. I couldn't
Meg
think of it. Is
Ryan.
it?
Randy Quaid's wife. She's been in some videos.
Bobcat's character was most definitely one of my favorites.
I find Bobcat Goldthwait's voice like comforting to hear again. It reminds me of like watching Comedy Central when I was a little kid. Because he doesn't, it's a fake voice. It's like a Gilbert Gottfried fucking Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, but it's so specific.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Real Pee-wee vibes.
Yeah.
A little less tangible Pee-wee because he curses and stuff.
You know who his best friend was in high school?
Bill Cosby.
Al Gore.
Tomcat.
Who's that?
Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants, and him were
right.
a comedy
makes
duo named Bobcat and Tomcat. But then Bobcat got famous way before Tomcat. But Tomcat
is Bobcat his real name?
No, it's Bob and Tom. But yeah. Also in this movie, Keanu Reeves is in it. He was paid $1 million to play the dog boy who speaks with a Mexican accent.
Really?
That was Keanu?
And then his
manager.
manager.
Such a huge waste of money. Like
his
even
management.
He's not even in the credits.
They couldn't use his name on it. And it came out straight to it basically dropped straight to video. So I mean, it played in 2 theaters, probably one in New York, one in LA.
Dude.
But he was a trooper. Apparently, he had to sit through makeup like everyone else. He's dressed like a dog, and
cool.
he's not in a lot of scenes. He's in like a good chunk of the movie. He's in the beginning and the end.
But he's unrecognizable for sure.
One of my favorite bits where when he first introduces himself is he's just standing there talking and his whole foot comes up and scratches his ear.
Yeah.
And it's just like half a second. And I just see like it's so impractical.
Yeah, there's a lot of cartoon logic in this movie.
I fucking loved it though. That's one of my favorite. I laughed I watched it 3 times and I laughed every single fucking time as he scratched his ear. I knew it was coming. That was Keanu. That was my guy.
Yeah.
That's such a good use of money. This is back when like I couldn't believe that this is a 20th Century Fox film. Like if you think like based on what they make now.
You go to the AMC and you sit there and you watch the trailer, all the trailers for the dumbass movies like Blue Beetle and shit.
Yeah.
Well, now this is in the Disney owns this movie, so this will never get a Blu-ray ever again. This will never be on Disney Plus. This will never be
sad.
Unless there's some sort of deal where they can
maybe.
get it back.
Hulu,
I mean, this movie is just. Although it's funny, it's on YouTube. It's out of print. You can watch it on YouTube. You can see the Keanu Reeves dog guy. You can see Randy Quaid back when Randy Quaid was so fucking good and funny. Like
it's also
Randy
really
Quaid
good
is the
movie.
superior. Say what?
Unironically, it's a really good movie. Like it's so stupid and it's very, very Naked Gun good.
I just want to say that Randy Quaid is the superior Quaid by a lot. That's all.
No, Quaaludes are the superior Quaids.
Okay, fair enough. We got a real Quaid head over here.
Got a real Wolf of Wall Street over here.
It's also like this movie's biggest actor is Randy Quaid. and it's released in the movie theater. This is such a unique time for comedies. They would make these tiny little stupid movies. The whole point was it had to have a high concept. It had to be like a very clever thing. And then you put a couple of like actors in it, TV actors. We just did this with Problem Child too, right? Like Problem Child, he's the problem child. Freaked, on the other hand, this is the issue. The concept doesn't, you don't know what this movie is like from the name. You just have to watch it. But the people who are most excited for this movie were people who knew visual effects. Every great visual effect,
so good.
Every great like 80s, 90s makeup artist worked on this movie.
That's like the draw of the movie. I feel like, like the movie's funny and shit, and has like a really good energy the whole time. So that's why it's good and watchable. But like the draw of the movie, like the spectacle is just like incredible. Like
the makeup was insane.
Shit.
The prosthetic
and, like,
shit was crazy good.
Like, yeah,
he looked like a gremlin.
Everybody's a freak. There's the Alex Winter, the guy from who played
was a freak back then.
He's Bill and Bill and Ted. He's half a freak. He only has half his mutant juice or whatever.
And he looks like a gremlin.
The guy from
he even makes a joke. He goes, I'm gonna have to call my God, are they still shooting Gremlins 3? I'm gonna have to call my agent on Monday. That's like the first thing he says is like, I guess I'm gonna have to be in Gremlins 3. There's a lot of inside humor, Hollywood humor on this.
This is a very LA movie for sure.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of pop. Well, they're all New York guys, but yeah, it's shot in LA.
Well, isn't Alex Winter like British?
He has to be from LA. He's
he's British American.
He's born in England. He's born in England. Yes.
Wow, but he's a surfer, bro.
That's like stolen valor or something like that.
That's like finding out I'm Syrian and not just from Iowa.
Mr. T.
Yeah, that's really fucked up.
Mr. T is in this movie as the bearded lady, and he did not enjoy being in this movie because he used to be a big star, and now he's a supporting character.
Kind of novelty casting.
And
he's like an improv
good casting. It's a good casting for that role, though. But.
And he plays the bearded lady, and he wears a dress the whole time. And then they said during the filmmaking, there was a 3-day period where he just disappeared and would not show up because he was so upset.
That makes sense.
He
didn't get it. He's not an actor like that. Like everybody else was comedians and goofing around like that. It seemed like everybody was having fun and goofing around.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I could see Mr. T being like, nah, I pity the fool that has fun on this set.
Well, what did Chappelle say?
He said, I pity the fool who has fun on this set.
They try to put you in a dress, right?
Oh, fuck.
Is it?
That's what he was talking about.
It always happens. Jamie Foxx, Martin Lawrence.
Once you get big enough, if you're a black
Hulk Hogan
black star, they try to put you in a dress.
It's
Terry Crews.
It's one of those conspiracies that's like, that's ridiculous. And then you go, well, it's true for every black actor. Celebrity.
Wait, no, Jamie Foxx.
Well, Wanda in Living Color.
That was way back.
Here's the thing, though.
He wore the dress just to get started.
Listen, here's the thing. It's a celebrity thing. There's an ego and a narcissism to these celebrities and a hunger and a greed. This is why Weinstein, Epstein, all those fools exist.
Are you talking about our lead character, Ricky Coogan, played by Alex Winter?
Yeah.
He's a big time celebrity.
And he was like 2 million. He was going to do it. All of his supporting, like that's literally, it's not just that they're trying to just specifically put black dudes in a dress. They'll do what just don't do it. Money ain't worth it. But if you need money, then take it.
Money from
I wear dresses always. I'm wearing one right now.
Yeah.
We're dress buddies.
They really skewed corporate power on this movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do, dude. I like that
when he's got the guys on the string.
Yeah.
Board of directors.
Yeah.
I like that the bearded lady, like he got rubbed on goo and he's
just trans.
Yeah, but he didn't transition in any way besides his penis became a vagina.
Yeah.
And then besides he's completely
what the fuck? That is literally what no, he's a woman. He just finally became comfortable with calling him. He's like, I was a stereotype. I was a big trucker, and I finally realized I'm a woman. He just came out.
It's a sensitive portrayal.
Yeah, Randy Quaid makes
character.
all the freaks. He made there's a nose guy named Nosy. He has a giant nose.
He
That's
makes them by
cool.
rubbing goo, like radioactive goo on them.
It's kind of like Toxic
Fertilizer.
Avenger. It's kind of like
Yeah.
There's a movie Nightbreed that's very similar to this, where it's like a gang of freaks. There's a movie Basket Case 2 and 3 are very similar. There's like a gang of freaks.
But this is also a
they're all
remake
riffing
of
on freaks. It's not a remake, but they're all riffing on freaks.
Oh, okay. Is Freaks about like people who become or get freakified?
No, Freaks is notorious
Like the
because
Elephant Man?
they're real freaks in the movie. They really have physical deformities.
But it's scary. It's supposed to be scary, right? Like it's like a non-freak going into the freaks and being scared by the freaks.
Yeah, the black and white one.
Well, yeah, what happens is there's a scene where they at the end get revenge on a woman who has been courting and using and abusing a small little man, this big blonde woman. So they all get revenge on her.
Are you
at the
talking
end.
about the movie, or is this your life story? You
Ryan.
small little guy.
She loves me.
No, you're just a small little man in the circus, dude. I
Well,
hate
you
to
guys
tell
need to
you.
get some. You guys need to
For
arm
now.
yourself like the freaks in this movie, who then show up with like knives, and then there's like little like people with knives walking in the shadows towards like the blonde girl, and they said like it was so scary it caused a person to die watching the movie, or no, to have her baby died watching it. Like a pregnant woman watched the movie Freaks and her baby died, and they like banned the movie for 50 years. But come on, this is not real.
She was well.
This
Here's
baby
the
is a
thing, though.
giant pussy.
Here's the thing. She was also watching it on an airplane. It was an in-flight movie. She shouldn't
In
have
the
been flying to
30s.
begin with. Yeah, she shouldn't have been flying to begin with.
Right,
So,
right.
I don't
On
know
her
if it was the
phone- on her
movie
phone.
or the altitude.
That's a good
And
point.
she was
Ryan.
she was drinking coffee, smoking a
perspective.
cigarette, and having a martini.
That's how they used to do it back then.
That's how I was born.
It was Amelia Earhart. She crashed.
Yeah.
There's the guy from Deadwood.
You had to look up Amelia Earhart.
No, the guy
He's
from
quick
Deadwood is
feverishly.
what's his name? John
Amelia
Hawks, Academy Award nominated actor. He plays the cowboy in the movie.
The cow,
Oh, the cow.
literal cow man.
All you gotta
Cowboy,
do,
cow man.
open up your heart. Your heart.
Your heart.
John Hawks has kicked around. He was kicking around for a long time before people started being like, "Hey, that's John Hawks." You know?
I thought it was people used to call him John Falcon, but then now he's John Hawks because he's made it.
Oh Lord. Oh dear.
Any relation
Yeah.
to Ethan Hawks?
So that's a good question. We should get to the bottom of that.
There's also a worm.
Hey, you know what? Say what?
Oh my God!
The worm.
You saw?
guy.
Did you see Heidi Klum on the red
As a-
carpet?
yeah,
a
she
couple-
looked like
as
this
the worm?
guy.
Looked exactly like this.
It's a guy enough.
He just wanted somebody to wipe his ass
Yeah, that's his dream. He can't wipe his butt
because he doesn't
anymore.
have arms. Is there anything I
Very
can do to
funny.
repay you? You could wipe my ass. You're such a comedian.
There's
And
a
then he just
pinhead.
looked so sad.
Yeah, the worm wanted his dream was to get his ass wiped. There's
He
a
The pinhead
pin-
is the lady who's hammering her hand.
yes.
Yeah.
She's just bald lady.
She's in a bunch of movies. She's
That's
like
freak, dude. That's classified as that's
Certified
counts.
freaky.
yeah. A bald
it's a hell of a
lady?
role.
Yes.
Then
What
there's
about the guy, the eternal flame, the guy that can
Yeah.
just fart?
it's just a
He
guy
farts fire.
farting. He's on they made a TV show before this called The Idiot Box on MTV.
Yeah,
and he was on
MTV.
He's also on an episode of Seinfeld. He
Yes.
steals George's parking spot, and then it's like the whole episode is about that.
He just has a
You know
flame.
Seinfeld. You know how they do.
There's just
God
there's like
damn
a
it, we went
there's like a
so many
few
episodes without the Seinfeld connection.
there's
No,
like
we
a
were talking about it a
few
lot on the ones you weren't on.
shots where you see all the characters. There's like 9 characters on screen, and then in the background you'll see the farting guy with just a flame shooting out of his ass. And there's like farts mixed on screen or mixed in the audio.
There though, the audio, it was dubbed to hell. This whole movie was audio dubbed.
Oh yeah, because Alex Winter is dubbed the entire time, even before he's freakified. This is my
why?
You know what I'm talking about? Are we on the same
he
page
absolutely was. He absolutely
Okay.
was, but was that intentional? Was that like a choice?
I think it is because he had to be dubbed when he was freakified because his mouth doesn't close in the freak thing. He can't make like MF sounds.
Right.
Well, he recorded all his
sounds with a lips
dialogue and it didn't
touch.
sound good.
So,
Right?
but then I think they ADR'd his dialogue before that too to make it like uniform. But it gives it like this movie has like a cartoon quality.
It could be its
about
joke. Like they could be doing it as a joke for that reason.
Yeah, true. But yeah, so it's like,
it's so bad.
Mr.
really
T, when he was
really
missing,
cheesing it up.
when Mr. T was missing, they had another guy record his lines. And there's like lines in this movie that aren't even Mr. T.
Hi, I pity the fool.
Keanu
And they were
I pity that fool. It's just a white dude.
and when he was gone, they made the jokes meaner. Like when he shows up to Randy Quaid's freak show and Randy Quaid tricks him, they made it so like Randy Quaid says, "You would look better without a dick." Like and then he's like, "Okay," and then he just like walks in, and then it's implied his dick is removed. Becoming a freak, and they're like just making fun of him because he wasn't there. They really didn't get.
Poor
It's
Mr.
pretty
T.
great. It's a crazy movie to be like, we don't give a shit when also every
$12
single
million
scene requires multiple trick shots and visual effects, and it has to be carefully planned out. And it does nothing in this movie could happen by accident. Everything
They
involves
weren't improving anything. Yeah.
It's just very complicated, all the stuff going on. So
it's a live action cartoon.
That's what I'm saying. This is back when studios like 20th Century Fox, like one of the biggest movie studios, had no idea what they were doing. They were like, let's make a movie for like that's like for the MTV thing. What do we do?
Acid.
And now they know what they're doing.
You're
making
kind of
movies for
right.
fucking Chinese people.
You're kind of right.
This did seem like a Nickelodeon movie.
Or like Beekman's World, right?
Something like
or
that.
Or Real Monsters. It also like
here's what you're trying to say. Here's what you're trying to say.
Help me.
They would just roll the dice.
William, help
on like it's
help
like
me,
Nickelodeon.
William,
they
help
make
help me, William.
They make like 6 movies, 6 shows.
What are you doing to me?
Oh, Willie, help me. What are you doing to me?
Adam brought up All Real Monsters, right?
Oh, what are you doing to me?
Yeah.
It's like Ren and Stimpy's a giant hit. They weren't expecting that. They just make shows, and then they just would make a bunch of shows, and then some of them would be hits, and then as long as they kept the budget down, it was fine. They just the key was $12 million budget for these high concept movies.
And what did it make? 30. I looked it up. It made like 30 grand in the box office.
$29,000.
That's insane.
It worked out.
They didn't.
Did this kill Alex Winter's career, by the way, as like a star?
I would say he's not good at that. I was going to try and say this a few sentences ago, but he is, no disrespect because I like him, not a good actor.
Yeah.
He retired. He doesn't like acting. He likes directing and making stuff. He became a director.
He's a better director. He's definitely a better director than an actor.
He likes being
like
behind
a serious
the scenes.
political documentary maker.
Oh, really?
Right? Didn't he make Citizen 4? Isn't that him? Or am I?
No, he did not make.
Oh, you're thinking
he made a documentary about Frank Zappa, and a documentary about YouTube algorithm.
Oh no, he made a movie about like the dark web or something like that.
He did that YouTube one. Oh,
whoa! Just saw a picture of him now.
It was like such an excellent adventure watching that YouTube one.
Anyway,
I thought it was a bogus journey, to be honest.
Back then, Bill and Ted, that's a little movie. It made a ton of money, and it's not like they were big stars. It's just kind of like, hey, let's see what happens. Let's just make a bunch of little movies. And then
there was kind of a tighter through line in Bill and Ted.
With this one, they knew they weren't even going to make the money back. They weren't even going to get to 4 million, 1 million. The executives were like, I don't know what this is. I'm not into this. Fuck this. Let's just put it on a video. I heard of this movie in the stupidest way possible. In my like 4th grade class or 3rd grade class, we got one of those Scholastic book fair catalogs, and I looked through it, and there was a little book, the tiniest picture I ever saw. It said the novelization of the movie Freaked, and I saw the cover, and I thought, this looks so weird and dumb and gross. And the cover is really bad for the book. It's just like a horrible picture of Alex Winter, and then it's black, and then it says the word freaked on top in red letters. And I never forgot it. And I thought I just would look at it like, what is this movie? I've never heard of this movie. This movie's coming out. And I watched MTV all the time and Nickelodeon. And of course I would see the trailer for this, but then like cut to like a year or two later, it's just on cable TV, and I would just watch it over and over and over and over again. And it's like, it is a perfect MTV kind of movie, but they didn't really have the formula down.
When was it? 92, 93?
93.
That's like, so acid was popping off. Early 90s weed was like, this is a perfect like stoner late MTV, like exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, 90s shit. Like Lollapalooza, they loved freaks in the 90s too. Didn't Lollapalooza have a freak show?
Jim Rose Sideshow Circus, yeah.
So
damn,
it's kind of a freaky time in America.
It is fucking funny. Like a lot of the jokes don't hold up. They're corny as shit. I get it. It's like like I said, a Naked Gun type humor. Very
it's a live action cartoon.
Satire. What's the word? Surreal. Very surreal humor.
Oh.
Surreal is what I
comic book. It's like an underground comic.
Yeah, exactly. The scene where he's puking. I want to jump into some of these scenes because the directions ain't like so many. Okay, the first one, the scene where they're puking. It's early on when they first see each other mutated.
Yeah, the twins puke.
Yeah, the timing.
A guy and a girl.
One shot. It's one shot, and the timing on that is so I laughed every time.
That was the moment where I was like, before they puked, I was like, I know they're gonna rocket puke out of their mouth.
Yeah,
right
they're gonna do the 90s fucking pump out the hand. Blah, like
this movie's gonna
SNL puke.
Go for go as hard as possible on every joke.
But
on every makeup joke.
Who was that girl? Who was that girl?
Megan Ward. She's in Encino Man and PCU.
So fucking talented. That scene when he's puking and the timing on that puke, she doesn't skip a beat, and she is just like, oh, it's so good.
And then the guy is the older brother from Blossom.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
he's also in The Dark Knight. He plays one of the clowns who robbed the bank.
Oh, really?
The brother?
Yeah.
Or the other twin?
He also was a writer. He was a writer on the Dana Carvey show, Mr. Show,
sense. Wow,
Conan O'Brien, and a bunch of other things. He doesn't do stand-up. I looked him up on Twitter, and now it was all like sports podcasting.
Oh man, the funniest people don't do stand-up. They write jokes.
Funniest people don't do stand-up. They do sports podcasts. Okay,
they
write
podcasts
jokes
about movies.
No, honestly, there's funnier writers that have never done stand-up than there are stand-ups.
Yeah, ever heard of Oscar Wilde?
No. Oh, from Wild and Out?
Yeah. My favorite joke was or I don't know if it was my favorite joke. I liked when the Toad Man was reading National Review. That was like a subtle thing. And then also the thing where like it's revealed that Randy Quaid has this radioactive goo that he's not supposed to have or whatever, that Alex Winter's like gone to this
Zygra 24.
Yeah, and Alex Winter's like, you're not supposed to have that stuff. And Randy Quaid's like, I'm not supposed to have these either. And he holds up
the
Ramada Inn.
From the Ramada Inn.
I hate that joke. I hate that joke, but they said
it's so corny. It's
in the commentary.
But
in the commentary, they said it kills every time, though. It's like my least favorite. It's one of my least favorite jokes in the movie.
The reason why I like it is because it just says Ramada on it. And you're like, what the fuck is that for? Like for a second, you're like, it doesn't say Ramada Inn. There's a lot of A to
Well,
C.
they can't. Yeah,
You have to A to C that it's a towel from a
It's-
hotel, but you also have to A to C
you
that
have to
Ramada
A to
means
C from
Ramada Inn.
Ramada to Ramada.
It's like
Inn.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure when he said, I cut the tag off the mattress. It's just kind of like, it reminded me of that. Now, my favorite joke in the entire movie is they turn on the giant machine. It makes a ton of noise, and then they're scared they're going to get in trouble. So then he finds a volume and he turns it down. But then his hand slowly, lightly brushes a styrofoam cup that falls in slow motion and hits the ground. And then Randy Quaid turns and goes, styrofoam cup. And then he gets up and like walks and finds and like searches the room they're in.
They turn it on. They turn the machine on, and it's a bunch of it's like a cop car. That transition was sick. Like there's like a bunch of cop cars, and then it cuts to Randy Quaid watching a freaking cop
Crooked
show.
Cops.
So
Crooked
Cops.
Oh, right.
So it was just like the same exact noise that he was watching on TV, and then that styrofoam is what got him.
Yes, and it's
and then he can't open the freaking door because of the butter from the popcorn that he was eating while he was
everything
watching.
is set up.
Just like it's just circle. Yeah, everything is related.
The cops in the cop car are Sam Raimi and Robert Talbot, the producers of Evil Dead 2 and Evil Dead.
That makes a lot of. There is a lot of that kind of animation.
That's a huge cameo. Yeah, that Randy Quaid
had a cameo era. Just having fun.
Miller's Crossing. Yeah, like Randy Quaid is so fucking funny in this movie. He's so big.
I mean, imagine if the three of us got $12 million and nobody had any expectations. They're like, yeah, it's fine. You don't need to make it back.
From a major
we would make like such a fun. It'd be bad, but we'd make a movie.
We got to get.
They wouldn't be happy at the end.
It'd be so fun. It'd take 8 months to film. No practical effects.
Let's hear everybody pitch a movie. We got to pitch the movie.
All right, I got one about an alien that lays eggs in people.
How does he do that?
I don't know. This is y'all's story from years ago.
This was my brilliant idea. An alien who ass rapes men and they have butt babies.
Classics.
But
what? How is that? How is that not?
That was a
movie.
That was a very freaked idea.
Species. It's a fun take on the species.
It doesn't sound that fun.
You never been ass raped, bro.
Not by an alien. That's true.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. I'm sorry, dude.
But yeah, that would be $12 million. That would come on. 20th Century Fox, give the Men on Film Pod
in '93. That's basically like $13 million now.
We'll get Screaming Mad George. You love him. That's a name. We'll have Randy Quaid get ass raped by the alien.
Ryan just wants there to be a movie about like a guy playing Magic the Gathering, or just like playing Zelda on a
like
Switch.
Rocky.
I did like
really
like that
Yeah.
D&D movie that just came out. I did actually like that.
But what about a very realistic, detailed movie about guys actually playing D&D or Magic the Gathering?
Yeah, that's Stranger Things.
Or no, you're saying
those
like
are
following
kids,
a really
but-
intense game.
I mean like a sports movie.
Well, then it wouldn't be a D&D movie.
Interesting idea, William.
Like a competitive
It's hot in the shed, man.
card game movie. But it's a game that's incomprehensible for the audience, so they're just sort of confused.
We're just watching Adam. Adam's taking his shirt
He's
off.
nude. He's hot.
He's in his shed. How has he not died on the
It's so hot in
podcast
the
yet?
shed.
Because you're in the shed.
Adam seducing himself in his shed.
I'm getting worked up thinking about all this.
It's getting hot in the shed, man. You have well, turn your fan on like me.
I don't have a fan in the shed. It's a
Why
shed.
don't you buy a fan?
Fucking shed.
Don't you have a fan in the house?
By definition, a shed does not have a fan.
Adam's got a second kid on the way, and he doesn't even have a fan in his shed.
My kid has a fan on.
This is the
right now,
future.
just for the
This is
record.
the future. Oh, that you only. Oh,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying. That's what you do as a dad. You give your fan to the kid.
Sacrifice.
You go in the shed, and your wife and your pregnant wife and all that. They have fans on them both right now. They're very comfortable.
See,
it's called being a man.
Yeah. See, I would pay a little foreign child to just do a palm tree all day, 24/7. Just fan off my wife with a palm tree.
It's not a good look, Cleopatra.
Well, I do it though. I don't care if it. I didn't say anything about the looks.
Damn, dude.
You gotta watch your image.
You're in You're in California, so you just go pop off. Just go pick a tree, pick a palm.
All right. Hey, maybe I'll hire that. Remember when that one Hispanic guy kept shrinking?
Oh, there's a good story about.
Oh, hey, I did want to say on Friday, Joe DeRosa and Amy Miller were hanging out at my work. And
what happened?
And were they cool people?
Yeah, they're awesome. But I feel like you and I had an Amy Miller story.
Me?
Adam. Yeah.
Amy
but now
Miller?
I forget it because I'm high. Yeah, from the Benton Manor. Well, then never mind.
You two double teamed her, right? Didn't you double team her? You stuffed Amy Miller.
Is she in Power Rangers? Or she's a musical artist?
What?
Comedian.
There's a couple of Amy Millers, sorry.
He doesn't even recognize the woman. He doesn't even remember stuff in this lady. She's famous on Twitter for getting into a fight with Tim Dillon and a bunch of other people. She's super annoying online. No offense, Amy Miller.
I don't think I've met this fine young lady.
No,
no
like
offense,
her.
Amy Miller. I don't know you or anything, but
oh, by the way,
the algorithm is poisoning me. Algorithm poisons us.
Something you just said, Adam, is what reminded me of that, but I forget now.
Okay. I saw an old tab that I had up about Alex Winter's Wikipedia. He also directed the documentary about the Panama Papers. It's called The Panama Papers.
Yeah, that would have been useful earlier.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, what? The Panama Papers?
Adam, explain the Panama Papers. You know what it is, so you can explain it. You know.
Panama Papers is like a WikiLeaks kind of leak about all these like rich
papers,
people and, like, royals and like corporations.
He has no shirt on. His arms are moving around the air.
He lives in a shed.
And they're offshoring their money in Panama.
He's not trying to make it funny or interesting. He's just actually trying to describe Panama.
I'm trying. It's hard enough to fucking remember.
He's so happy he knows what it is. Look, you got me. You know what they are. You explained it. You did a good job.
Send me a link.
But let's get back to Freaks.
Oh shit! Let's get back to Freaks
breaking you out of the Matrix. But wait,
let's talk about the dwarf guy. I don't care. Shut up. Let's talk about the dwarf guy.
Hey, take it easy. Take it easy.
God damn, this guy William takes like 5 hits of weed and he's just aggro.
I know. Let's go an episode without William telling people to shut up. How about that?
No one wants to hear about your Panama Papers.
William,
and your Alex Winters documentary. Here's a good story. When the guy is shrinking in the beginning of the movie from the Zygote 24, the Mexican guy that like the dude keeps calling like Juan Valdez or whatever.
One of them, Adam's Panama Papers are written in crayon for sure. Can we go back to Adam's Panama?
People can't be that mad if they're written in crayon.
There's a guy.
My Panama Papers.
He shrinks 4 times. One of the people he shrinks into is named Deep Roy. Deep Roy's the Oompa Loompa from the Tim Burton show.
Oh my God, that is my third favorite fucking back and forth when he's first signing the contract.
Yes.
And he's like, Juan Rivera. And he's like, that's not
okay.
My name.
There's another character. There's another character, Stewie, we haven't really talked much about. He's like a nerdy fan with red hair who loves Alex Winter, and he's like stalking
the cover
him.
of Mad TV or Mad Magazine.
And there's a scene where he is thrown out of 4 newspapers for trying to break the story about, Ricky turning into a freak. So for the 4 stunts where they throw Ricky through a glass door, like he's being rejected, they got Deep Roy, the Indian guy from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, to do this stunt. Okay. And they were like, this is not going to be a problem, right? You're like, he's like, no, it's okay. So he just, you'll see this, you see him jump through the window like once, twice. And then the 3rd time when he jumps, if you look closely, he like winces. He's wincing because his forehead was cut into ribbons and apparently a giant pool of blood began to pour
Oh my god!
from
I
his
did
body.
notice that. I was like, damn! It looks like he kind of landed on some glass the wrong way.
So they were just throwing little people through windows,
He's
sugar
jumping through-
windows or otherwise.
He's
Oh,
jumping
he
through the
ran.
window.
Yeah, diving through
Also,
it.
the last person in the shrinking stage is like the one smaller than Deep Roy. He's like a real little person. I think that's a guy in brown face.
Yes, he is. He's also in the
'Cause
movie
they're like, "Fuck, we
Waxwork.
can't fucking
But
find him."
why is
He's-
he in brownface? Because it's supposed to be a redheaded
No, he's playing
Mad
a Mexican.
Magazine.
No,
He's
no,
playing a
yeah.
Mexican
Oh,
guy.
that character
Earlier.
yeah, right?
Yeah, that's the
Good.
shortest man in the world. He's since passed, but that was literally the smallest man in the world.
Well, he's a piece of shit
We'll see.
for doing brown
I still got a
face.
lot of life left in me. I might be the shortest man. By the
I'm
end of
pro
Fuck
brown.
him.
I'm pro brown face and blackface. You can quote me on that.
Don't need to. You're currently wearing blackface, William.
There's a great movie with
That,
you don't
and
need to-
it's
you don't need to
not
tell
cool,
us.
dude. Not
Laurence
cool.
Olivier in Othello, full blackface.
For the listeners, William is every time we record is in full. Sometimes it's like kind of orange.
I'm not. No, actually, I'm not in blackface. I'm in black penis. I got my
Yeah.
cock painted black.
No, he just fucked an oil can.
But my lips are painted red, bright red.
Come on, Willie.
What do you mean your lips?
My penis lips, penis hole lips.
Ew. Oh, like a minstrel.
Oh, the old
Yeah, I have black penis. I have black penis.
I just was distracted by just the idea of your penis lips being.
Oh my god, I don't know
Really
what this
big and-
why this is reminding me of it, but when he goes to deform them on the computer
Oh my god.
and he goes deform them,
Yeah.
deform them a little, a lot, Michael Jackson. Those were
Hell
the
yeah,
three
bro.
key formations in the movie.
I want to take back, by the way, that I said that the Ramona Inn thing was my favorite joke. It's just one that I appreciated the subtlety of, or I don't know. It just took me a.
Hold on,
maybe
we're
it was the
entering
timing.
redacted Adam.
There's
Red
lots of
Adam.
jokes in the movie. There's lots of jokes. Please pick a better one than that one.
The puke one's better.
Um,
Oh no! When
wow.
he's signing the contract at the very beginning, and the guy's getting angrier, and they're like, "Yeah, there's been no side effects with these. This guy's been working with them for 25 years," and he comes out and he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then he gets from where's he from? San Flan,
yeah, Santa Flan.
Santa Flan, and he's like, "Yeah, no, everything." He goes, "Santa Flan. What kind of country? What kind of name for a country is that? That sounds like a damn dessert." And the guy gets so angry and he just slowly transforms into a little person. And he goes, "Wait a minute, are we not going to talk about that?" And they don't.
Yeah, it's fun to watch a comedy that like makes jokes.
That's definitely better than the Ramada Inn joke.
Yeah.
Adam
what
likes
I'm
a
saying.
comedy that
I
makes
was really,
jokes.
I was very impressed
Adam
by the
likes
fact
a
that-
comedy that makes jokes. I told you. He always says this.
a comedy that makes jokes. I like a comedy that like will like abandon every other,
cartoon.
well, also like a feeling, like any sort of like allegiance to like telling a story that's like efficient and you know what I mean, based in realism and stuff like that.
I mean, they were trying to definitely say something about corporate America and shit.
it's kind of like Simpsons-y, a lot of the
Oh
stuff
my
in this.
god, Seinfeld and Simpsons in the same app.
Yeah, two of like the most influential, important comedy shows of the past like half century that you have not seen any of.
Yeah, so they must not be that influential.
Oh, you think
Adam,
they're that important, right?
Yeah, absolutely. My mom says
She really
I'm
did.
important to her, and that's all that cares. Who do you need to be important? Do I want to create
No, your
something
mom-
so some dude shirtless in a shed is going to be like, it's one of the most influential things Ryan made? No, I don't give a shit.
No, your mom is actually kind of.
I just
consider
start
her
crying.
a bellwether of.
At this point, there's more bad episodes of The Simpsons. Than
Talking about
good.
Jenny?
I saw a recent one and I thought it was pretty good, actually. Honestly,
Okay, loser. I haven't
I
even
know,
seen
I
it
get
in
it.
years,
Hey,
so
hey, I get it.
I
I
know
get
it's.
it.
I
get it.
obviously I know it's bad.
Yeah. My nephew is watching through all of them, and he started at like season 10, and I was so
Oh.
upsetting.
How old?
I was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You started at the right where it's bad.
No, how old's your nephew?
He's 10.
Oh, so he started on his age.
Yeah.
He sucks.
Yeah, why is he watching The Simpsons? He should watch Team America.
He'll come around. He's got a lot to learn, you know.
There's a lot of that season 1 is not great, but you got to work through it. You know, you got to watch the Marvin Monroe radio episode. You got to watch The Simpsons go camping. You got to see Smithers used to be black. You know, and Lenny and Carl had
It's important to know.
different voices that were switched. There's like weird shit in that first season. It's all, but it has like Homer like being more abusive.
What do you consider the first season? Because didn't it start as like a 5-minute
Tracy Ullman show?
Yeah, it was just like something that blew up.
Well, look,
That
I'm not
was
going to make a
supposed to be
10-year-old. I'm not going to make a 10-year-old watch the Tracy Ullman show.
Why?
Start with season 4.
You make them do it. You make them do a lot weirder things than that.
Season 4, you fucking nerd. Adam's one of those guys who
I don't wanna
probably
watch shitty
Adam
episodes.
probably says like, "Yeah, I like the Conan years."
Yeah, Conan's great.
No, it's all about season 1 of The Simpsons. That's the good year.
Okay.
It's more dramatic. Homer tries to
It
kill
is.
himself at the racetrack.
Yeah, have you never been to a racetrack?
That's the first episode.
You just didn't get it.
That's true. That's a good point. You just don't know what it's like at the racetrack.
Season 4 is good.
Anyway,
Seinfeld season
sure
1
everybody
best
kinda-
season.
holy shit. The Seinfeld Chronicles,
Yeah.
best episode. That's when it hit its peak.
All right, the
Yeah.
tunnel scene. The tunnel scene when they're
Oh, yeah,
tunneling,
that looked
and
good,
he's
dude.
it
I
looked
liked that.
great. The scene when he was driving into when they were before the transformation, when they were driving into the forest,
And there's
was
sounds.
awesome.
There's like funny. There's like scary sounds.
Well, it's like, what is that? It's clearly CG, but like what?
Oh, the matte painting.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
And
like
that's what it's called.
Yeah.
2 shots
They-
in one. But
It's like a big painting of like a jungle with a car on it.
But it was clean.
that's but that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying,
it knew it was doing a joke. Like it did exactly what it wanted to do.
Yes.
yeah. This movie, like, even though it's packed with jokes and like just like energy and stuff like that, and just constantly throwing everything possible at you, it also just has this really good like visual effects work throughout that is like just as good, I feel like. You know?
Better. The visual effects are way better than the joke writing.
Yeah, fair. It's kind of, have you ever seen that documentary? What's it called? Beauty is Embarrassing or something like that. It's about like the LA art scene that like all those like Pee-wee's Playhouse guys went to. Or it's like, hold on.
I didn't watch it.
But like the LA art, like freaky art scene of that era, like the Gen X shit. It's like that it's like all those people, it feels like it's all those people like working at like the height of their powers in this movie.
Well, those people made MTV also. They made all the Nickelodeon shows. They made all the MTV shows. It's all like all the artists who
Beauty is
can't get
Embarrassing.
work, they end up in the industry doing jobs like this, and they bring a lot to it.
Beauty is Embarrassing is about the artist Wayne White, who did a lot of
He did the door on Pee-wee's Playhouse with the spikes on it.
there you go.
No one had ever seen a door with spikes or a globe with a little the globey talking.
That fucked people up when they first saw it.
Mm-hmm.
A globe that talks.
Season 1 of Pee-wee's Playhouse is the best season. Don't even bother with 2 through 4.
Can't wait to see
Honestly,
what he does next.
Yeah. Me neither, dude.
Oh my god.
Do you think he died jerking off?
Yeah, he got
Did he die in a
jerk
porno
off
theater?
cancer.
Or do you
Yeah.
think he died explaining to the LAPD that it's not child porn that he's being arrested for? It's vintage kitsch art.
Wait, was he actually arrested for that?
Oh
Yes.
shit, I forgot about that. I completely like blacked that out.
But he was
Oh no,
he was
fumbled
released.
it.
Well, no, he said he
did it.
collected vintage kitsch art, 1960s nudist magazines.
I mean,
with,
what was that movie we just watched?
Oh, Ricochet with the child porn in the
Yeah.
briefcase. It's the best porn.
I just
mean,
ordered.
look,
I just ordered that magazine on Amazon. But it's a movie novelty.
it's the best porn, but it's the worst porn for society. So that's the tricky thing about it. So you got to stay away from it. It's not good for society.
Say what?
Why? How?
It's bad for the children in the magazine.
If anything,
You just like it
and
because
I
it's
don't
the
know,
first.
Yeah, it's the first season. You got to check out this dude's first season. It's so good. It's rough. It's gritty. It's got it all. He's going to kill himself. He's suicidal at the racetrack. It's just a little kid nude.
I don't know. I prefer the 15th season. Even the 17th, because it's like just kind of bordering legality.
I like Ryan trying to be mature and like, what about the 15th season, man? That's a good age.
For a season. For a season. For a season. For a season.
The Simpsons is entering its MILF era, and it's very good right now.
They must sound so old. I heard people talking about the new Futurama. They sound so old.
Oh, Mike, honestly, I told you Mike went to San Diego Comic-Con and they had a full literal three-story Planet Express.
Oh,
they had a ship. They had a mothership, and you could walk in, and it was like a full proportionate, real life proportioned spaceship. Cool. And he said it was cool. But who cares?
That sucks, man.
About Futurama. I did like Disenchantment or whatever it was.
I'm more of a Cleveland show guy.
What?
Disenchanted.
More of a Cleveland show guy.
No, you're not. You literally only watch three things: Cars, the movie Cars. Four things. You watch the movie Cars. You sit at your window and watch cars drive by. You watch Seinfeld and you watch Simpsons. The same episodes you've already seen like 40 times.
Cars are cool,
I've never
dude.
seen a Cleveland show. Wrong? That's true. No, you're right.
American Dad's pretty good.
Cleveland show's on my watch list. I can't wait to watch it.
Season 19 of American Dad.
It's been out for like 20 years.
It's on fire. There's one season. There's one.
I have a good weekend to take a big chunk out of it.
There's an American Dad episode that takes place at the Americana at Brand, and it has time travel and a time loop where they're trying to save Christmas. It's like the most brilliant episode of American Dad I've ever seen. And it would be the
Brand. That's a big
it's a very specific reference.
Yeah, very specific reference, but I appreciate it.
It's like it would be the worst episode of Seinfeld ever, though.
Well, that could be any episode.
Ryan,
I feel the worst
Jerry.
Well, the worst episode of Seinfeld was the one where he took Obama to get coffee.
Oh.
And they couldn't even
behind the car.
That wasn't an episode of Comedians in Car.
His truck. He shows up with a truck. He shows up with a truck and something hanging off the hitch.
This is a vintage 1963 Ford F-150.
And it does the whole pan, and then the pan of the side of the truck, and then there's just
cameras everywhere.
A freaking noose on the back of the God damn, Jerry.
God damn it, Jerry. Got me good.
My God, I forgot that he did the thing with Obama.
Man, Adam, I can't wait till your kids are old enough to clown you for watching Seinfeld. Still, because you'll be on your 700th run when they're old enough.
No. I'm indoctrinating.
Like, Dad, this is
to be Jerry sexuals.
Jerry's,
as I identify.
Bill Maher's not going to like that term. He's going to be pissed. He's going to do a whole rant on that.
I'd love to see Bill Maher and Jerry Seinfeld talk about Jerry sexual
college kids. Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld and Bill Maher just fucking college kids. That's a cool. I had that tape back in the day.
DVD, baby.
Yeah.
He drove Hitler's car to pick up Bill Maher, even though Bill Maher was Catholic.
Yeah.
Was it Zach Galifianakis that smoked weed on Bill Maher's show and he freaked out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Maher freaked out. Bill Maher's a big stoner.
Was it Bill? And that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it was Bill Maher's show.
Weren't you telling us, William, that he smoked a bunch of weed on? He had like some like Joe Rogan ripoff thing that he's doing, and he used to get like way too high and just be really shitty and stupid.
Club Random.
Bill Maher?
It's the best episode of Club Random is
not Bill.
Is the Quentin Tarantino one. He gets way too high and then he loses his weed and then he gets up onto his chair, turns around, and his ass is in the air facing the camera. And he's just like, I can't find my pot. I can't find, and it's like he just left it in. He looks like an idiot the whole time. Tim Heidecker did a perfect parody of Club Random recently.
Of course.
With
what's Club Random?
Fred Armisen.
That's Bill Maher's Joe Rogan.
He's got a podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
He interviews Joe Rogan guests, which are the same guests he would have on a show, but Tim Heidecker did a perfect impression. It's great. I watched it.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Heidi.
One of my favorite jokes in Freaked is when the people show up at the Freak show and they're going crazy and they're like shooting guns in the air and then Randy Quaid comes out and goes, "Will you please sit down?" And then all of them quickly sit down
under his breath. Yeah, under his breath, like it's so good. Now and then he starts yelling.
What about the part where the gay guy, where he's like, "If this offends you, if you're sensitive,"
and two gay guys get up and leave.
I believe they're gay.
They're played by Alex Winter and the other director. Tom Stern.
Alex Winter's playing.
Yeah, one of them is Alex Winter.
I did not even notice.
He's in,
and I watched it 3 times, and I did not even notice.
I did Alex a lot of.
He plays like 3 different characters in the whole thing.
I did a lot of research on this movie. A lot.
You did more than they did.
That's for sure. Than 20th Century Fox.
Yeah, he's wearing like a mustache and like gray hair and stuff.
Blonde, right?
That's cool.
Yeah, a lot of problematic jokes in this movie.
But I think
that just didn't hold up. They just didn't hold up, is what it is.
I was thinking about this because like the 90s, like this Gen X, the Gen X vibe of this movie or whatever, it's like, I think the joke of like when people would make gay jokes in the 90s about this kind of stuff, it was like,
here we go.
What am I trying to say? It's like,
yeah, what are you trying to say?
It's not like they were like, oh, gay guys are weird.
Yeah,
they're
totally.
trying to be like cool and alt and shit like that. So but it's like the joke is like it's like making the joke anyway.
I think they're making fun. They're making fun of being overly feminine or whatever. That it didn't matter. It was just like a bougie person.
No,
in this case. But here's the thing. Here's the joke. Well, no, they are. But like that's the joke. Like the joke is they drove to through these tropical. We already saw the drive to get to this place. They drove all the way specifically to see this freak show, and then the opening announcement is, if you're not ready to see anything freaky, then leave now. And they go, let's go. Like what? Like that's the bit.
How'd you get there? Very fast show.
Like why? You also went there. It's a whole nother story. I'd watch a whole movie of those 2 characters driving back through and being like, God, I wonder what happens. I wonder what they were doing. That'd be like driving to a comedy club for a headliner. You didn't know who was there. You drive there and you get there and they go, by the way, some jokes are going to be told. If you're offended by jokes or if you like just don't want to see jokes, then probably leave now. And they go, all right, I'll take off.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
It's like a Hans Moleman. It's like a Simpson joke. It is like a Simpson joke.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, you know what else I like? Well, the giant Randy Quaid head, that like the circus
with the eyeballs,
structures are good.
Based on who was that? It's based on a yeah, but it's a
Oh, the
specific
eyes. You're talking about the
Jamaican.
eyes?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, those are awesome.
I see. I'm too high and drunk now.
They say Babylon Balakat.
Yeah, but that's like
Rastafari.
yeah, but it's that freaking
But those lists look cool.
activist.
Mia Albu Jabbar.
Before,
Mumia.
and it almost
Free
sounds
Mumia.
like ICU. Something ICU.
Well,
Continue.
Um,
Try and
it's a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
try and look it up.
it's a lot of dense jokes. It's like a comic book. You could just read it over and over again.
Yeah.
And you notice new things, like the bomb on the airplane. A guy sitting in the background has a giant bomb, and the stewardess takes it
it's
away from
dynamite.
them.
It's just like
Yeah.
like a firecracker.
I love it when Stewie transforms and he turns into a giant monster and just wrecks everyone.
Yeah, he's cool.
And that was a Mad Magazine. What's that kid's name? The
Alfred E.
face
Newman.
of yeah, that's what they were riffing on.
There's a lot of ugly redhead kids, but yeah.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
had
it's
prosthetic ears, and the
classic
whole
trope.
vibe was
Basil
it felt like
Wolverine.
it felt like a Mad Magazine.
It's
In the
based
movie,
on early Mad magazine, Basil Wolverine.
Yeah. So I
he's
think that was a
calling
tip of the
Basil
hat.
Wolverine. Who's that?
I'll show you. Freaks.
Oh, you're gonna show me? You're saying?
Hideous mutant
Oh, yeah,
freaks.
yeah. Damn.
Freaks.
That's
This is
the nose.
pre Alfred E. Newman.
Yeah.
That was it. That was all you were in shows.
1950s. That's how he draws. He's a famous comic artist. He draws ugly people.
Oh, he might just draw ugly. Because
might
those
just
ain't
be-
people.
Wow, Ryan.
They ain't people he drawn.
They're
wanna see
freaky little,
the-
they're freaky
I think
little
he's
monsters.
freaky.
This
Yeah.
is what my grandma made.
Ill.
She made
Horrifying.
fat. She made. There's about 40 of them. I got 2. That was
Dude, that's
Georgia the
awesome,
Fat
actually.
Georgia Opera Georgia the Jungle. Georgia
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
Jungle.
That's awesome.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, you did. That's what your grandma made. She's
Yeah.
no longer with us. Damn, dude.
No,
Is it-
she won't
I'm
answer
sorry.
my calls.
Oh my god. Sorry, man.
No, she's dead.
Fuck
I
her.
ain't got no more grandparents.
If you have a grandparent in your 30s,
All I got was these 2
you're one of the
fucking
luckiest
fucked up
boys in the
haunted
whole
dolls.
world.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Your grandma was a certified freak, dude.
If you fuck your grandma in your 40s, you're one of the luckiest boys in the world.
That's the only way you
Okay.
can get luck.
So
So
that's
if you
kind of
if
like finding
any
a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, kind of.
yeah, if any grandmas are out there listening,
That's how you can like manifest luck.
stay around
fuck
till
your
them
grandma when
grandkids
you're
are
40.
30 something.
Fucking an old lady's a big 90s like alt comedy joke or like alternative humor joke, like Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore. You don't want no breakfast?
There's a new animated show I just watched where Adam Devine plays the voice. It's called Captain. Oh, it just came on Netflix. Captain. What is it when you're the scapegoat?
Fall Guy.
Captain Fall. Yeah, the Fall Guy. It's called Captain Fall on Netflix. It just came out, and Adam Devine plays a brother, and he
plays a black guy? He's in blackface?
No, he's just not a brother. Not a brother.
Black
It'd
penis.
be cool to do a cartoon where all your voice acting work is done in blackface. But you play a white guy.
I mean, that's Nick Mullen. Nick Mullen used to do that shit on a freaking chat GBT or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, what's your story about Nick? You told
Which
me about
one?
this. No,
Chat roulette. Chat roulette. Not chat
Roulette. Not no, that's an AI, right?
I use blackface to talk to AI.
No, he would just wear it. He would just
Fuck
wear
with
it
AI.
on chat roulette, and then his roommate,
funny.
who was black, would come home and see him just trolling people on roulette, and he'd be like, "Okay, I get it, but come on." Like, what's the bit? Like, you're doing this by yourself. Like, you're not. There's no. This was before like TikTok.
nobody
There's
there.
no. He wasn't clipping it. There was no recordings. That he was just doing it. Like there was no.
Was he
You
drunk?
know what I
love of the
mean? Like
game.
there was no like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. He was just doing. I mean, it's funny, but he used to drink. Now he used to really drink,
Well,
which kind of makes it funnier that there's no like recordings of it.
he's smart not to
Yeah,
record it, but he did it.
No, at
and
the
no one
time
will
he would
know.
have definitely. There was just no. There's nothing to record it to. It was that like the internet wasn't like it was right now.
Twitter. You
He
can't
just
live
had an artistic
anything.
voice that had to come out.
No, he was doing, and it right after that he started doing his uh teacher Twitter. You know what I'm talking about, William?
Yes.
Where what was it, a teacher where he just taught, his whole Twitter account was like a special needs teacher, and it was, shit was so funny. And then he just started bullying.
We don't go for that
Yeah.
kind of bullying.
He had too much power. He
Humor.
got too much power. He couldn't handle it.
Bullying is not funny. It's like awkward and it's no one likes it.
Unless you turn a bunch of people into half freaks and then make a whole damn circus about it.
It's a great movie.
Okay.
It's on YouTube. What did we learn? What's the lesson?
I was totally freaked. I'll be honest.
You're too freaked to
Even
absorb a
rated
lesson.
almost. Yeah, like I think the lesson is don't do anything for less than at least $6 million. I like how the money at the beginning when they're like, we'll give you $2 million, and he's like, but they go, okay, stop right there. We'll give you $5 million. And he goes, you got it. And the movie cost $12 million. They could have made bigger
that's crazy.
numbers.
You know, I was gonna say like this movie is about how like don't trust carnies and shit, but that's like some that's some anti-carny horse shit.
No, it's just one guy making a like weird mutant camp.
No, that's what carnies are like.
True.
They're all like that. Let's be real.
You know from experience, you're the Florida man.
Yeah.
I
grew up
imagine he
around
meant
carnies. I grew up in a state of carnies.
the Shedman.
Can't trust them. That's what this movie said. But I mean, you know, it's fucking prejudice bullshit. But but it's true. Can't trust
The
them.
lesson of the movie is if you find a bag of macaroons, you better eat them because
Eat the macaroons.
It might save your life.
Mhm.
And he goes, so what? I hate macaroons when the big reveal at the end.
The worm
Oh
doesn't
yeah, the
get
worm.
the worm doesn't turn back to normal. And he says, just because a man doesn't enjoy macaroons.
Just
worm
eat them.
is-
You don't got to enjoy it.
The worm guy is a classic little bitch.
He never gets
Also,
his
the-
ass wiped, right?
No. And the ending goes on and on and on. And it's 3 endings. She is him. What was his mutation? He turns into Brooke Shields.
With weird
Cuts
feet.
back to the news or the whatever Oprah show she's running. Is she him and then
It's like
gets
the
shot
dumbest
and then
ending
gets shot and then
possible.
gets shot? There's no ending to it. Like,
It's like the dumbest ending.
how would you
possible.
end it? How would you end it? How could you? I think we
well,
should
you
have
think
kept
that
going.
like
I think the
feel like a
moral of the
mo-
story is if you can't find an ending, make a 7-hour movie.
just keep the movie going.
Never let it end for a year,
Yeah.
17-year movie.
Well, they do
But
the
I
right
think,
thing
like-
by keeping all the characters in the scene.
He
But
comes
also,
out,
don't you think
and
like
the nose guy
if it was
comes
ma-
out and everybody boos him and
He said,
flip
"Fuck
him off.
you."
It's kind of funny that they don't make the movie end by them being like, well, I guess we'll accept being freaks. and
being that
find a
no,
way
they
to
go right
live.
back to normal.
They have their problem easily solved.
Well, Stewie's a freak forever.
By eating a cookie,
worm.
by eating a treat. Well, there's a
And
couple. Dog Boy comes out.
Dog boy.
Yeah.
The dog boy likes it, you know.
That's Keanu. You know that dude's a dog boy. Oh, and who else? Who else doesn't? There's like 3.
The farting guy comes out and he's like, "Lights out, baby," and he like slaps
He
his
slaps
ass.
his ass. Lights out, baby. What a cool career.
That's cool. Yeah.
He just shows up to Comic
Oh,
Cons from
Bobcat-
now on.
Bob-
Lights out, baby. Pop, pop.
Bobcat Goldthwait is the sockhead.
Oh my god! But we've revealed it's just a hand for a head.
He
That's
he
funny.
gets
That was a funny
shot by machine gun fire and dies. And they said there was like a sweet little Christian woman playing him, doing the movements, and she was very disturbed by all the squibs and all the blood and her having to die and like wiggle on the ground and have this like
Get a different
horrifying-
job, bro. And then he coughs blood out of his little hand.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bobcat definitely stole every scene he was in. When he goes, "I'm not much for telling stories." His old catchphrase was, "I'm not much for blank." He goes, "Yeah, when I came, I can't do. Can you, William? You're the impressionist. Can you do the Bobcat doing when I got here? This guy turned me into a sock."
He was fishing.
When I got here, this guy turned me into a sock. A sock. Sorry, guys.
He can't do it. He's talented.
It's tough.
And then at the end, he goes, I'm not much for stories." And then
That
when
was
he's dying, he goes, "I'm not much for dying." And then he dies.
You like Bobcat Goldthwait?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you seen his movie Shakes the Clown?
It's one of my favorites.
Never seen it.
It's so good. You've never seen it?
You never
No.
saw it. Tomcat's in that movie. Tom Kenny.
Adam, have you really never seen it?
Blinky.
Yeah, I've never fucking seen the movie. What's the big
Robin
deal?
It's so
Williams?
good.
Robin Williams.
That was like his first all Bobcat movie, right? Writer, director, star.
Yeah, that's another disgusting early
Did he
90s
do-
movie.
Did he do Red State?
No, that's Kevin Smith.
That's what. Okay, but Shakes
That's
is
what I was
great. Will or Adam, you would love Shakes.
It's on my watch
It's
list.
it's very good. They just go to the clown bar to get clown drunk. It's just like clowns are a species in this world. They're not. It's
Adam
not an
Sandler's in it.
occupation.
Adam
It's
Sandler's
so
one
good.
of them.
Oh, that's cool.
man.
Adam Sandler's one of them.
John,
What was his
it seems
breakthrough,
like a fun
Nerds or
time to
whatever?
do comedy, all comedy shit. Studios would give you $12 million.
Oh, they
Well, you
just
got
give you
the-
a shit millions of dollars, and then you just did a bunch of drugs and like made a movie. Yeah,
Because everything
and
was
made your
shot on
friends laugh and
film.
shit.
and nobody
everything-
cared. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's shot on film and everything looks really good, even though it's low budget. But
because
you
it was
could just-
talented people doing it.
Well, it holds up and over time. It's aged well. It makes it age well. There's some shitty movies. from that
What's some
time.
other Bobcats? What's the
Hot to
Mr.
Trot?
America? What's the
Hot-
America?
do you know what Hot to Trot is? The one where he has a
Yeah, I've seen
a
them all.
talking horse gives him stock tips and he
It's
becomes like,
insane. Yeah. But what's the one, the most recent one, probably 2010?
it's like God Bless America and the one
God
with
Bless
World's Greatest
America,
Dad.
yeah.
World's Greatest Dad.
Oh, with Robin Williams, World's Greatest Dad is so good. Oh.
Police Academy.
None of the Adam. Have you
Police
seen any of
Academy
these?
3 and 2.
Adam,
2.
you're quit watching Seinfeld.
Have you seen
Watch
Police
these
Academy
never.
2? Ryan.
Yes,
Citizens on Patrol.
it's so good. Adam, you need to grow up. Get out the
Never.
shed.
Has he ever played a
Get out the
dramatic
sh-
movie?
Yeah. Shakes. They're all dramatic.
He's in one. Have you seen One Crazy Summer?
Yes. Yes, he does actually play. He plays a straight
He plays
character.
a Godzilla.
like this. And wait, that one?
He plays Bobcat Goldthwait in all his movies. In Scrooge, in Hot to Trot, One Crazy Summer.
One Crazy Summer, I thought he plays normal and he talks normal. Or
No,
high
man, he's
fidelity or
crazy.
something.
And he,
He's
like-
like a cameo.
No. He's like one of the nerdy.
He's played the straight man though.
He directed Windy City Heat.
Oh my God. Have you seen that, Adam? We're filming it right now. Windy City Heat 2. That's what this podcast is. Guess who you are?
I'm Dane
Don
Cook,
Barris.
motherfucker.
I was literally gonna say you're dang.
Roman Polanski.
All right.
Ratings.
All right.
4.8.
Damn, dude.
No,
4.
4.5. 4.5.
I could have gone to 4.5. I went to 4.0.
I could.
I'm going
It's
for
close to 5, man. It's real close to 5.
It's a crazy ass movie. Look, I watched it
Rewatchable.
yesterday and
Yeah.
today, and then I pretty much watched half of it again.
It's rewatchable.
Dude, also, we didn't even talk about the opening credits, which
Tell
are
us about
awesome.
Tell us about it.
Why do you look so pissed? You look like you're like,
no. What? No, I don't know what you're
William,
about to talk about.
I'm just saying, like, this is like one of the best opening credit sequences I feel like I've ever seen, honestly.
Seems
this
like it would
gonna
give
be
you
a paragraph?
it would give you an epileptic shock to see it.
Oh,
It
butthole
is-
surfers.
There's so much flashing claymation.
It's
The guy
90.
A guy does a weird thing where he lays out a long loaf of clay and then slices it, revealing like googly eyes and people making faces, but you can't wrap your head around how he actually does it.
Yeah, it's
really
claymation.
fast, like dynamic, and like
Stop motion claymation, 90s acid trip. It was every music video.
it's just
on
so
it.
like
It's
complex
so MTV.
and fast. But with
must
this like
do it-
Henry Rollins song that's like pretty fucking good.
Was
and,
that
like,
Henry Rollins? I thought that was Butthole
Yeah.
Surfers.
No, it's Henry Rollins.
Looks like you're the butthole surfer, Ryan.
Yeah. No, I don't surf. I dive. I'm the
Gabby
butthole
Ha-
diver.
Hell yeah.
Gabby
Hell yeah,
Haynes
dude.
is in the movie.
I don't
The
play
butthole
around. I
surfer.
dive right in. I ain't waiting for no waves. I'm going right into that whirlpool.
My favorite
Um,
Bobcat Goldthwait movie
so
is
good, though.
Hercules, where he plays a little imp.
Starring Arnold.
No, the animated movie Hercules with James Woods.
Oh,
Okay.
I met
Oh,
Bobcat
you mean
once.
a Disney movie?
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you this, Adam. This might shock you, but I met Bobcat once. He doesn't
I'm
sound like
shocked.
that. It's a character.
No
What
way.
the fuck?
Yeah. I said, "Hey, big fan." And he goes, "Oh, thanks." And I said, "What?" And he goes, "I said, thanks for telling me you're a big fan." I go, "No. This is my interaction. This is a true story." And he goes, "No. What do you?" And I go, "What?" I go, "You got to do a voice. You don't sound like that." And he goes, "Sound like what?" And I go, "Bobby." And he goes, "Don't call me Bobby." And I go, "Say it in the voice." He didn't.
That's
And
a
then he
true
walked
story.
away. True
I know why
story.
you like.
I said,
I know why you've seen
"Bobby."
Shakes the Clown and why you like Shakes the Clown.
Why?
Because he's a
Don't.
fucking drunk.
What? I didn't even notice that.
You should get a Shakes the Clown tattoo.
When he
or
wakes
something,
up in
right?
front of the toilet and the little kid pisses on him. It's one of the best openings for any movie ever.
Can we watch that? Since Adam hasn't seen it. I haven't seen it in
Sure.
probably 15 years, honestly. I don't remember a lot of it. I just remember there's like, it's so fantastic.
really
like when
good.
it jumps up like 15 feet onto it's so good. Well, yeah, can we put that on the Rolodex?
Yeah, 4 stars. Shakes the Clown.
You already,
Oh, freaked.
Yeah, Shakes the
You're
Clown,
gonna-
1991, directed by Bobcat Goldthwait.
so this was before this.
This is one of the great comedies of the early 90s. Bobcat Goldthwait made it. It's a real passion project. It's him, Tom Kenny, Julie Brown.
Oh, it's so good. It's when they actually let a comedian do whatever they want. And you get to see it, and it's like, oh, this
This
ain't
was
gonna
a Comedy Central movie too, wasn't it? I feel like I missed it. Like,
probably or adjacent, because is Bobcat even from here or is he Canadian?
Ryan, what's your rating for Shakes the Clown?
I haven't seen it in probably 15 years. I'd say
4, 4.5. It's up there. It's good. It's
in
so
memory,
intense.
in memory 5, because I
Yeah.
remember it being really good, and it was like also when they sold sativa at head shops or salvia
Salvia.
at head shops. So we would do
Great.
that
Yeah.
often, and then
oh,
watch movies like that.
You're smoking
often.
salvia all the time. Drinking Four Locos.
No, once a month. Once a
great
month.
time.
No, Mad Dog 2020, not Four Locos.
Okay. It was a good time in
Because
America.
it was
though,
the
that's what I'm
cheap.
saying.
Yeah, I was probably 18, 19.
Getting crossfaded on Mad Dog and Salvia.
Yeah. Doing comedy every
bro.
night at the Omaha Funny Bone, and then working the phones all day, watching walking across, watching a movie, and then working the kitchen, and then doing a guest spot. Yeah, dude. 2008 was tight.
Those are your salad days.
It was just far enough past 9/11 that we didn't think about it that much.
Right.
Everybody was calming down a little bit.
It's a good time for America. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were a microcosm of that.
You could buy an insane drug for like 10, 15 bucks at a
30x
fucking
salvia.
smoke shop. Like
30x
smoke.
salvia.
Hell yeah.
I didn't like it. I could never hold it in. I would always cough.
It doesn't matter. Oh, you will. That'd be insane if you didn't cough.
It's the most
scary.
disgusting drug ever.
I heard about
you're
like people
gone,
freaking out
dude.
on
You're
shit.
gone. Yeah, you're gone. It's what feels like a 30-second acid trip, but it's like actually like 5 minutes. Real time.
It's nuts, dude. I could never get it to go that intense.
Oh, every time. It'd just be like,
Imagine doing salvia and then
Wow.
having gay anal sex.
well, I was thinking
how
getting
intense that
turned
would
into
be.
a half gremlin.
I just get my dick sucked by a girl. Something kind of mellow.
Oh no, I don't think you could even.
No.
Everything shrivels. Your brain shrivels. Everything's shriveled up.
Can I get a blowjob from a guy? Does it have to be gay anal sex?
Yeah,
It's a huge step up for me.
You are having your butt penetrated is what I'm saying
Can I
while
just-
you're on salvia. Remember, this is
It sounds
well after
intense,
9/11.
Adam. Sounds intense.
That's what I'm saying. It's intense.
Am I working a call center at the same time?
Yeah.
Hello. Ugh.
These are your salad days. No, you're on salvia, so you're like,
YouTube guy driving car on salvia tutorial.
Okay.
There was this guy that
Right
would
now?
I don't know if that's exactly going to pop up, but it was like kind of a skit, but he would actually do salvia. He'd be like, all right, today I'm going to teach you how to drive on salvia. And he would take a salvia hit and then he would just fucking pass out and never even get the keys in the ignition. And that was the bit. Today I'm going to teach you how to cook a tuna salad sandwich on salvia. And he would never, they're always like a minute long.
This is
Is
fake.
it popping up? Yeah, he's doing a bit. It's a skit.
Fuck this shit.
I don't like fake.
It's
shit.
also not watch it because he actually
I need to
does it.
actually learn how to drive on salvia.
No, you
I need to
can't.
actually
You can't
gay
even
anal sex.
be alive on salvia.
All right, we're taking back the rainbow flag. We're taking back salvia.
Taking it from the leprechauns.
Taking it all back. Okay.
It's kind of like a Palestine sort of thing. It's like the leprechauns. No,
Right.
no, the leprechauns are the Jews, and the gays are the Palestinians. No.
Okay.
Yeah,
JK
because the
Rowling.
Jews had it first.
Okay, JK. Come
Calm
on.
down. Calm down.
Just trying to get
You
to the
know
bottom
that-
of this.
Have you
My
read Harry
pot to
Potter?
gold. He's like, that's the Jew. Adam's like, I think this guy's Jewish.
I think this guy's hoarding coins. It's got to be Jew. He's got to be one of the Gremlin.
Girly in the rainbow.
What is the Gribble? What is the bank?
I don't know. That book fucking sucks.
Greenwald. Man, no.
Crimes of
Seinfeld.
Grindelwald.
Gang, dude.
And it's
Gang,
doesn't
gang.
suck. It's actually really good.
Seinfeld's
It's good
way better.
because she didn't write it and she stole the idea from somebody else and then wrote it down and got the money and the funding to do it, and that other person wouldn't have been able to do it. So it's good.
That is good. It's a
She
win
stole
for
it from
all of
a-
us.
She stole it from a
JK
trans
Strong.
person.
I'm JK Strong. She really did transition the scripts to make it seem like it was hers. So yeah.
So she is pro-trans in a way.
He really transitioned
into
a cunt on wheels.
COW, real cow.
Harry Potter and the cunt on wheels.
Well, Adam, you killed it. That's the end of the episode.
That's all she wrote.
Hey! I want you to see a real freak. I want you to look at someone who looks just like you. Yeah! I saw you looking at me, and now I stare right through you. You know I feel no pain at all. It's not a game I'm playing, it's not a line I'm saying, 'cause in the end I freak you all. Freak, 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 yeah! Someone that you call freak. I'm someone that you call freak. You know I'm a freak all over the place. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I'm jumping into your waiting arms right now. Yeah.
Hey man, I'm really freaking out. Get the freak trip, man.
Yeah! No one knows me. They just show me weakness, pain, and fear. I'm on the outs, freaking out without a doubt. I never see it all so clear. You can go and separate and validate what you create. I think you'll know just what to do. You think you got it right, but it's just your oversight, 'cause I know the freaks of me and you. I know the freaks of me and you.